It's Magic Friday, so I have my magician's hat on. Do you know what? It seems magicians can produce some real magic for themselves. According to a study by researchers at Aberystwyth University in Wales, practicing magic may offer some protection against mental illness. Well, let's get something straight right away. The magic we're talking about has nothing to do with the supernatural. We're not talking about casting spells, performing rituals, or making some sort of spiritual divination. What we're talking about are illusions created by sleight of hand or special equipment for entertainment purposes, all of which are scientifically explicable. For example, let me take my magic cup here and my little blue ball. You know what magicians do? They change one thing into another. So let me drop my blue ball into there, give it a little shake, and change it into a gold nugget. Well, that, of course, is done with perfectly explicable scientific means. Do you know what? Magicians are creative artists, much like musicians, singers, actors, painters, sculptors, and writers. Researchers sought to determine if they are as prone to mental problems as apparently are other creative artists. Examples that come to mind include singers like Justin Bieber, Lady Gaga, Billie Eilish, all of whom have spoken of confronting their mental demons. Vincent van Gogh, Edward Munch, and Michelangelo struggled with anxiety and depression, as did Virginia Woolf, Edgar Allan Poe, and Leo Tolstoy, all famous writers, while illustrious magicians like David Copperfield, David Blaine, Chris Angel, and of course Houdini, who has to be mentioned in any discussion of magic, they may be associated with some personality quirks, but there have been no allusions to any suffering from mental disease. To see if magicians really do exhibit fewer psychotic traits, the scientists recruited 195 magicians and had them fill out extensive questionnaires designed by psychologists, and these are accepted as being able to evaluate various mental disorders. The magicians' results were then compared with those of a control group of 233 individuals. The conclusion was that unlike other creative artists, magicians do not exhibit higher levels of mental disorders. It is hard to know how to interpret these findings. Could it be that people who take up magic have personalities that are less prone to mental disturbance? In general, magicians have analytical minds, tend to be science-oriented, and are adept at seeing through fakery and the tricks of con artists because their own art is based on illusion. Magicians learn to fool people and are therefore less likely to be fooled themselves because they are aware of all the means by which this can be done. Without a doubt, magic encourages critical thinking. When it comes to performing tricks for an audience, you have to ask yourself questions about what you want to accomplish, how you're going to do it, what can go wrong, and if it does, how can you correct it? That's critical thinking. And perhaps it is a trait that protects against the mind going astray. I know that my critical thinking has been boosted by practicing magic. So I take my hat off to magic, and you never know what comes out of that hat. And for today, that is the end.